flow like water, so I'm going mainstream.
What's up everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we have the newest Hoka CLIFTON model. For any of you who have been following along with me since my very first video, which was about 2 years ago, I made a video on the Hoka CLIFTON 8. I thought that video would get 4 or 5 views total, and it ended up getting nearly 100,000. Make sure you go check that out, compare that one to this one. Let's get right into it. Like I said, we have the Hoka CLIFTON 9s. So the newest version of that shoe in my first video. Here they are right out of the box. You can see that. First reaction, they look almost exactly the same as the CLIFTON 8. These are coming in at $145 retail. There are some minor changes I can see, but overall looks like the same shoe. One thing before I get into this one is, since that last video with the Hoka CLIFTON 8, I have gone through 4 or 5 pairs of the same exact shoe. And yes, it was worth the money because I was wearing them almost every day to work out and at work. And I put 10 to 15,000 steps a day on them. This bottom portion of them, you know, with all that shock absorption, that can wear down over time, which is totally normal. You'd rather these shoes wear down than you. So nothing wrong with replacing a shoe every 6 months or so, especially if they're a good shoe like the Hoka. So according to Hoka, what's changed on this shoe compared to the old shoe? There's more stack height at this portion. Here we go, show the other side, more stack height at the bottom. These weigh 4 grams less than the Hoka CLIFTON 8. So the heel is now more plushed, and this back panel has a reflective strip. Other than that, it looks like the same old Hoka CLIFTONs, which I don't mind. This has been my favorite shoe since I've started looking into everyday running shoes and what shoes are best for different careers, especially healthcare workers. I found this shoe to take the crown just about every time, but I have not yet tried on the Hoka CLIFTON 9, so I'm excited to do that today. So for a lot of us, the Hoka brand really came out of nowhere. Mostly just runners and professional athletes knew about the brand from what I could tell. And eventually, it seems like nowadays everyone is wearing Hoka shoes everywhere they go in every career, and for a good reason. They have a lot more flashy colors than the black and white, but I tend to wear this type of color scheme at work the most just because things can get dirty in a healthcare job. I don't want to stain lighter colored shoes. Something else I want to mention that originally brought me onto the brand from the beginning and made me want to try the shoe. I had never actually seen another shoe or shoe brand have the APMA seal, which is the American Podiatric Medical Association. So this seal of acceptance is very meaningful because it means a group of podiatrists or foot doctors got together and noticed that this shoe has exceptional quality and is great for your foot health. As you all know now, I am a foot doctor myself. It's been interesting to personally try shoes and see which have been best for me, and this has always been at the top of the game. So is the CLIFTON 9 better than the CLIFTON 8? Is it the best shoe of the year? Let's find out after we try them on. So here I am tying on the shoes. It's really important that you untie your shoes every time you take them off if you want your shoes to last long and stay put together without breaking down. That will really help them over time. I hope you guys get a kick out of this. Here I am running in a 10-foot room just to show you guys how the sole of the shoe reacts to both running and walking. So again, I hope you guys can appreciate that. I'm sure many of you had a similar experience, but my parents used to tell me to run through the store, run in place, jump to test out the shoe before I would get them. So I'm trying to take that embarrassment out for you guys so you don't have to do it. So I'm doing it on this video for you. I do actually recommend you guys try these on and do these types of tests at home so you can make sure they feel good as well for you. These felt great both running and walking. You can really see the sole of the shoe compressing here. That's a great testament to how soft these feel and how much pressure they take off of your joints and your back. So that was really fun. These felt great. Let me just say something. If you are someone who has never tried a Hoka CLIFTON shoe, you will never forget the first time you put these on. There is nothing quite like the cloud-like feeling of the sole on these shoes, and when you walk, you just feel like you're walking on a marshmallow. Are these the shoes of the year? It's very tough to say. Last week, I tried on the On Cloud Monster 2. You can check out the video. I'll put the link below. And these were excellent shoes, excellent for all careers and exercising. But are they the Hoka CLIFTONs? It's really, really tough to say. It's a very tight battle between these two shoes. Although the Hoka is a little more plain and I think they're less focused on the aesthetic compared to the On brand, I think they somehow just win out compared to every brand with the shock absorption and the overall feel of these shoes. They're so cushioned not only on the bottom, but the top. It feels like these shoes are giving you a hug. They're supporting your feet like a pillow on the top, whereas the On brand has a more flimsy upper, which some people may like. It's probably a little more breathable. It doesn't hug your feet the same way that the Hoka Cliftons do. And this year they seem to have added to that cushion both in the heel and the tongue, which feels great. These are probably the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn. Are they worth it compared to the Clifton 8? Again, that's very tough to say. If you can get a great deal on a Clifton 8 shoe online, I recommend just getting it because I don't think the Clifton 9 is different enough to justify paying full price. If you can find Clifton 8s on sale, like I said, just get those. But if you're willing to spend the extra $20, $30 to get the newest, nicest Clifton, I would definitely recommend the Clifton 9s. For those in healthcare, I would say that these are the top shoe of 2024. You just won't be disappointed with the Hoka Clifton 9. Throughout the last 2 years in healthcare, I've worn a Hoka shoe around 80% of the time, and I've never been disappointed. I've never had any aches and pains. And even with the other top shoes I've reviewed, they're not 100% perfect the way this shoe is. So again, I'd give these a 10 out of 10 in every category: comfort, support, biomechanics. They don't necessarily win compared to the On brand in terms of looks or the other brands like Nike and so forth. But if you're less focused on the looks of the shoe and you just want to make it through a long 12-hour plus shift like most healthcare workers do, then this is the shoe for you. So these are Dr. J approved, and I want you guys to try them out as well. So again, as a foot doctor, I'm looking primarily at foot health, and these are 10 out of 10. So thank you guys for joining me. Please join me in the next video. Like, comment, and subscribe below. Tell me what changes you'd like to see in my videos, or if you guys want me to try new shoes or different shoes, or what products you guys want me to try. I'll try anything you guys want. So please let me know. And thank you for being part of the Dr. J family. And I'll see you in the next video.